Yep.
So, yeah, watch this space. We all want them to have a win. We do. We just want them to have a win.
Let's get into our players' night. So Melbourne had their first loss, but don't be fooled. I don't think anybody is, not least of which the coach who's planning for them next.
The best teams have the best systems, and Melbourne's at the top of the tree with that, so they'll be confident. As we know, Melbourne set the pace over the last 2 years. They're a brilliant team. It's a fantastic opportunity for us. And we know what Melbourne will do at the MCG on their home deck this week. A great opportunity for our team to have a big game against A-grade opposition and be tested fully. So we're really looking forward to it.
In victory, Christian Petrarca comes in defeat, he said Alex Neal-Bullen. Alex, it's lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You look after his man on Saturday, and now you're looking after his spot.
He's been here 10 weeks in a row. We've won all games, and we lose one, and I'm here.
Take us into the environment this week. First loss in, what, 10 months?
Yeah, it was certainly a different feeling. It's something, you come off the ground and the rooms are empty, and it's something that, as a playing group, you've got to learn from. And once the kids were able to come back into the change rooms, and that, I guess, got the vibes up a little bit. But we just do our normal review process. You obviously look at it through a different lens of a loss, but it reinforms what you need to do as a group, and you come back to the Melbourne identity, and that's something we're going to look forward to this weekend.
I reckon they had demons the way they played. They were really hard in the contest, and they were quite furious and ferocious with their ball movement. What did the review? Don't worry about them, but what did the review tell you? What did Goody tell you guys that you didn't do well?
Yeah, well, the numbers came back, and the feeling throughout the game was the contest. Crucial contests, we felt like we lost, whether that be ahead of the ball or behind the ball. We felt on the air and ground they got the better of us, and like full credit to Fremantle, they are a quality side, and we actually hadn't played them until I think it was round 1 of 2021. So it was a fair while since we played them, and we definitely knew that they were a good side, but their system, they're going to be around.
What is their system? For all those people out here, what do they do really well?
They're elite contests, Fremantle, and they have players that play roles that, I guess, help other individuals in their team, and that's something that we as a footy club Melbourne like to do as well, and like you touched on, Robert, they probably did it better than us on the weekend.
Is that what you do? Just to back onto you for a second, I mean, the role that you play, you know, you remind me a little bit of Kane Lambert, and Kane Lambert was a great player, and you're playing a great role for the Demons. I joke about, you're looking after Christian Petrarca's man a lot. It happens sometimes. What is your role? How would you describe your role?
It's amazing you say that, because that's Kane Lambert's someone who I model my game on. Although he's out injured at the moment, he's someone that I draw a lot of inspiration from. Just from when Richmond were going through their premiership era, the role he did was something that I thought I could bring value to, and that's something that through the coaching that I've had from Goody, Adam Uze, Greg Stafford, they've allowed me to bring my strengths to the table, and that's something that my role within the team gives me a seat at the 22 playing for Melbourne.
So your positive, is it unselfishness? I mean, you've got footy skill, but you sacrifice your game in some ways for the good of the team. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm as good of a player as Christian Petrarca, but for me, I see great benefit in allowing those guys to play their game, and if that means that I play a role, I'll play that role. But I've also, and probably for my self-development in the last 18 months, I was shutting you upstairs, the last 18 months for me, I've come a long way, I guess, but it's been more about my mindset, not just being a role player, but being a player that has a piece of excellence, and that's something I do strive for, and playing in a good system and a good team allows me and the players to be able to do that.
Good on you.
You're rallying the Demon community. There's been every reason to be rallied as well, never mind one loss, aiming for, 65,000 members?
65?
Yeah,
wow.
Pretty incredible. I was actually just talking to Marcus Bonampelli upstairs, and...
Geez, your name dropping a bit, aren't you? Me upstairs.
He's come from the similar age group, and when we first came to our clubs, the membership tallies were quite smaller, but we've reached 61,000, the Ds, this year, and we're trying to get up to 65. So the footy
That's
club...
enormous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible, and something you're very proud of. You see the images here from the grand final parade December last year, but the footy club have put together a 5-game membership for $65. You get in there now, and for the juniors there's also a 5-game membership for $25 with a few blockbuster games coming up. So
yeah,
in amongst it.
They're good games to get to.
We often just have, just ridiculous footy conversations like, who would you take, Christian Petrarca or Clayton Oliver? Who would you take if you? Who do you think?
I'd go Tom Sparrow.
Yeah, he's a good player, Tom.
Yeah.
He's a good player, Tom.
No, those boys, I guess they balance each other out very well, Christian and Clayton.
Alex, thanks for
That's
popping in.
weak, Alex. Weak. You didn't have an answer there.
Good
Say
on.
Oliver. So you mate, because Tracker made you come in tonight.
Good to see
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Good
Thanks
luck
for
with
having
what's
me.
to come.
Thanks,
Alex
mate.
Neal-Bullen with us at the desk. Marcus Bontempelli is here. Down the highway, Tom Hawkins. They'll be adversaries on Friday nights when the Cats and the Bulldogs pick up what's been a pretty tense rivalry in recent times.